Against the ropes, number one.
Deontay Wilder looking for all the world like he's pulling another upset. There's a right cross that lands for Fury. Oh, God, down goes Blood Fury! Mamma mia! Deontay Wilder has done it! Knocking down Fury about 12. He's up. Can you continue? Wow, he got up. You want to go? Walk over here, come back to me. Incredible turn of events here in the 12th.
Welcome to another episode of Against the Ropes. I am Gio Garcia. I am alongside Christian Mosqueda and Christian Rodriguez. What's up, guys?
So what's up?
How we doing today?
Doing good.
All good. We have a lot to talk about today, right?
A lot.
What are we talking about today?
Go for it, Chris.
So we're gonna talk Tyson, Fury versus Deontay Wilder to start, and that's gonna take up most of the time. We're gonna jump into Lomachenko Pedraza, which is this weekend. Then we're gonna jump into HBL's final show. So we're gonna have some gym moments, for sure.
We already did.
And then finally, everybody finally saw Creed 2, so we can actually discuss it now.
Finally.
Let's talk a little bit about that.
About time, Gio. And then we're gonna talk about November to Remember, what we learned.
Yay.
And then finally, we'll do some random news. So, all right, we're going to start with Tyson versus Wilder. Chris, you were lucky enough to...
You can start.
Do you want me to start?
Yep.
Okay, man. When you guys said this might be fight of the year, at first I was like... But, you know, looking back, it was so much drama, especially at the end, like high-tail drama. You know what? I might consider it up there as one of the fights of the year, for sure. So... I'll give it to you, Chris. Do you want to talk a little bit about your experience?
Well, I mean, I did basically a suicide to go to the fight because I didn't even have a ticket, and it was all last minute because they shut down the online website to order tickets online. So it was basically take the metro, hop the metro, survive the metro because the guy next to me was already starting to start something like trying to get a fight with the guy. Yeah, it always happens, dude. If you take the blue line,
Are you a Tyson fan?
there's always you don't have to be a Tyson fan. There's always like fights going on in the train station, dude. Hands up all the time in the metro blue line.
Protect yourself at all times.
At all times, dude. And then we'll get to that.
Dude. I'll show you.
And when I was in the train back, like at 1 a.m.,
Oh,
even
shit.
worse, dude.
Matt, oh gosh,
Yeah.
that's why you need a Chody to give you a ride back. 'Cause that metro line, yeah, it's no joke, man. There's no
Yeah, it's a good deal, dude. You pay like $175.
And the thing was so special about me buying the ticket at the box office, I didn't got no taxes on it. It was straight up $77.
no hidden fees.
Nosebleed seats.
No
dude.
hidden fees.
No hidden fees, nosebleeds. And got the ticket. I was happy. Then I had to get my refund because I was going to go with you guys to watch the movie theaters. Got my money back. And I was just going around. And luckily enough, I was scouting all the security members in the first floor. Some of them were working. Some of them weren't. As soon as I found an opening, found a way.
So when their back is turned, you're like, all right, this is...
Yeah, when they were backs turned, as soon as I saw that, I went first row and hop in that row. And then luckily I was able to watch the fight with Clarissa Shields the whole event.
And you guys can watch all that footage on YouTube.
Big time.
All right, you got all the ring entrances for all the boxers, real life reactions.
$77. I was sitting in an $1,800 seat.
And there's a lot of celebrities, right? There's a lot of boxers. That's what I was telling you, like, because you said it was almost packed, right? But, dude, a lot of that percentage were boxers, celebrities. You can name anybody. They're probably there. Triple G was there. Shaq was there. Shit.
It was just a
dude.
lot.
Even the ring entrances. The Game came out with Swift Herd. Wilder came out to J-Rock.
That's the thing.
All
Like
that,
when I was there, I didn't feel comfortable
What do you mean?
because like it's not that it's my scene, but I shouldn't belong there.
You feel like, because of the seat and...
Yeah, I was literally sitting in the seat next to Jamel Hill from ESPN, and I had to get up because I needed to move because it was somebody else's seat.
She's not in ESPN no more.
No, not ESPN. There you go.
Yeah, but Clarissa Shields, she's fighting.
She's fighting this Saturday, so she was there. And
Yeah, and
clearly,
you'll see her in our videos, too.
Yeah, she's dope.
Yeah, for sure.
Talk about the fight, Chris.
So, man,
Well, we watched it at the movie theaters to begin with.
First
right?
time that we see it at the movie theaters. So that was exciting. because we've never seen him, you know. So we were excited to get this.
Yeah, it was my first time at the movie theaters. It wasn't too packed. It was cool. We're the loudest ones in there probably.
Yeah.
But you want to get started on the fight? I have a lot to say.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go off, so you can go first.
No, well, obviously the fight. There was two outcomes that could have happened. Either it was gonna be a boxing lesson by Tyson Fury, or we were gonna see a knockout. And
Yeah, you know what was funny, dude? After the fight, when we were texting our group message, because this guy, he wouldn't decide who he was rooting for, and he's like, "Oh, so I guess I got it right because I was split down the middle." I know, I was dying.
yeah, it was.
But yeah,
It was
good.
It was like one of those two outcomes, and as much as you wanted to go with one side, you're like, this could happen. As much as you wanted to go with the other, you're like, but this could happen.
yeah, fuck that. I took the risk. I said Tyson Fury since the beginning.
So Gio said Tyson Fury by unanimous decision.
Yeah.
Chris, you said Wilder by
By any given punch.
any given punch. Alexis over here that said,
Wilder by windmill.
and it almost happened. And yeah, and I was split down the middle because I didn't know. But yeah, it was a Tyson Fury clinic, and I was so surprised. Just not surprised, but just like how comfortable he was in there. And it didn't seem like that punch from Wilder was gonna come. He was just too wild. He was like looking for a lucky punch, and he didn't stand behind his jab, which
Yeah.
up until the end. But man, it was a beautiful clinic by Fury for sure.
Yeah, so I predicted Tyson Fury win, right? But I wasn't surprised that he outboxed Wilder, but I was surprised at how easily he did it. Because we knew Wilder was a one-trick pony, but this really magnified that, right? Because he was trying to land one punch the whole time. And I was even laughing, like, every time he would miss that punch because he was telegraphing it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
And
he
I was
was.
joking around that it looked like he was playing tetherball every time he swung, all right? Because it was just
Bet you he was good at it.
it was yeah, so, I mean, even with the knockdowns, I still had Tyson Fury winning. And then these guys started talking about, oh, it could be a possible draw, right? When you're when you're adding it, and you're like, you know, if the judges want to feel nice toward Deontay Wilder, they could even give him a draw. And I was like, if it's a draw, that's bullshit, dude. Because obviously we saw Tyson Fury winning the whole fight, right? What'd you think when you saw it live?
My question is, were you guys scoring the fight as you were watching the fight?
In a way,
I was able to score. See, I score fights when I'm in the movie theaters.
Yeah.
Were you able to do that?
So we kind of when a fight is so one-sided, it's kind of easier to score. You get kind of
Remember we were telling
you just stop and you just keep on watching.
Remember we were telling you there's no need to score it because Fury was winning every round.
Yeah.
So all you really have to do is count the ones that Wilder
Wilder
was
won.
winning.
Ah.
And
Very few.
to me, he won like 2 rounds.
And even the ones where he got the knockdown, we felt like he didn't win those rounds.
Was it the 9th round when he got the first knockout?
Yeah.
9 round.
Yeah, the 9th round.
Came
I was telling
so
these
late.
guys, you know what? He lost that round, but I bet you none of the judges are going to score a 9-8 for Wilder. And that was the crazy part. But yeah, I had him winning 2 rounds, 3-8 max.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was surprised that you guys were kind of rooting for Wilder because that dude can't box for shit, man. God damn. Like, and we're going to watch Lomachenko in action this Saturday, right? You're just going to see the difference, dude. Lomachenko's going to show you every trick in the book, every punch in the book. Wilder, I don't even think I saw him land a fucking jab the whole fight.
Yeah, he didn't. He landed like a lazy jab at the end to get that right in and then that left hook in. But yeah, he did not stand behind his jab at all. Which, if you think about it, like that's his best, weapon to get that right hand in.
Yeah, we kept saying he's not setting it up. Like every
Right.
time he's gonna throw the right, you already knew it was coming. And Fury knew. All he was doing was ducking.
Yep.
He was ducking under that punch the whole time.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, it's really hard to score a fight when you're at the fight. But
Because you're kind of like a victim of the atmosphere of the moment.
Yeah,
but you
you're
know what's even better?
that adrenaline.
When the
man.
fighter takes away the crowd, you don't have to score the fight.
Hmm.
And the thing is, the person right next to me was Clarissa Shields,
She was a Wilder fan.
and I interviewed her, and she said, "Oh, I have Wilder." The body language that Clarissa Shields had
Yeah.
throughout that whole boxing event
Tells you everything. Yeah.
was everything. And the trainer that used to be Gobolib's trainer, forgot what was his name.
John David Jackson.
John David Jackson, thank you. I was sitting right next to him, and
Quiet too.
the area was quiet. And that's the thing. Like, I had Deontay Wilder winning it by any given punch, and then after watching the All Access, and then during Thanksgiving break, I changed my mind because, like, yeah, this is not even about boxing anymore. Like, this guy is on a different level.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not talking about and in the boxing ring. I'm talking about life.
Life, yeah.
And then the way he performed in that fight was beautiful, man. Because going into that stadium, nothing but like English people.
Mm.
And I think you already got the sense where this fight was going. How Tyson Fury was outboxing him like through the sides, you know, combinations. And Deontay Wilder is just trying to land that big punch throughout the whole event. But the thing was so special, it was like towards the 6th round. Because everybody around me were nothing but Wilder fans.
Mm.
And there was these 2 African women right next to me. Obviously, and they were going for Deontay Wilder. They were screaming for him. And out of nowhere, you hear this like big background noise from the British fans saying Gloria, Gloria, like Gloria. And the people right next to me are telling me, hey,
What's he saying?
well, what are they saying? And I just told her, I just turned around. I'm like, oh, they're saying glory. And that's when they kind of like, they got shook because they understand like that their man is clearly like not winning at all.
Mm-hmm.
And he's taking out the whole energy from the stadium and just making it into like his own
like a little British
Picasso
yeah.
right now. Just painting his own masterpiece right now. And even when he got knocked down in the 9th round, I was not even concerned for him.
Yeah.
In fact, and later when I saw video, I'm not sure if he saw it, when he got knocked down, he was like this.
Yeah, we felt like it wasn't.
Yeah, and then he just got backed up.
We thought he actually tripped on Wilder's foot,
or he was
which he
off
didn't.
balance.
But
He was just off balance.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. Both of the knockdowns that came, that one, it was just they just kind of happened to fall into that exact, you know, position where Wilder could land that punch behind the ear of Tyson Fury, right? So that was kind of lucky because it wasn't even a setup. It was just both of them. They just happened to land in that position, and Wilder was just like, "Oh shit." Drew that right, landed.
And the thing
down.
is, if you watch any like tall, big man, it's always hard to bend down.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard to bend down. When you watch the fight over again, and I was noticing this during the fight, when Deontay Wilder was throwing the jabs or whatever punch it was, Fury was always down.
Yeah,
he was always down, and that's one of my things that I got with the 9th round. That he just misplaced his foot.
Yeah,
in the 9th round when he was going down like this, and he got caught with his foot. And even too towards the 12th round too, misplaced his feet. That's my
in that 12th round, you know, because Tyson, he fights a lot with his hands down.
Yeah,
he fights like this like most of the time, but he was able to duck the whole time. I think in that 12th round, he didn't have enough time to duck, and that's when he got caught with the 2-piece. And you know, it was that big right first, and then that left as he was falling down. That one looked like that should put him away for good.
In the movie theater, like the whole fight, Joe was like, man, he's like dominating. And then when Fury got caught with those two hits, Gio was the first one to say like it's over.
I saw Fury's eyes, dude. He had that blank stare. I was like, fuck, dude.
Yeah, when he went down, dude, my heart dropped.
Yeah,
because you felt like it's like leading a kind of like a marathon. Dude, you're leading the whole way and then you get caught.
So this is how I felt, dude. When I saw him go down, I was like, dude, this is the life of Fury, dude. This is the story of his life. Like 12th round, he's reaching his peak. He's about to be the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, and then something just happens and it all goes downhill, right? That's exactly what happened when he beat Vladimir Klitschko, right? He was at his highest peak. He was supposed to be like the biggest heavyweight in the world, right? The most celebrated heavyweight in the world. And then the depression happened, the drugs, all that stuff, and it all just went downhill, right? Yeah. So that's what I thought, dude. I was like,
this is gonna happen again.
Exactly the same, like his life story, dude.
And I, as soon as he went down, grabbed my phone and I just started recording. But at the same time, when I was processing recording, my heart was just because like, I think this is over. And I know Tyson Fury is winning the fight. But then when he got up, dude, I turned the person right next to me. He's like, I don't want to cuss. I said, is this guy a zombie? Because he just rose from the ashes, dude.
Undertaker.
Yeah.
Right.
But the thing is, he was dead though before the fight even started. That's why I had him as a zombie when he woke up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
That whole
To me, it was like deflating to me because it's like, this guy's winning like the whole fight,
yeah.
like in awesome fashion, and then damn, this happens, and like,
I was mad,
and
dude.
yeah,
I was mad. But when he got up, I was like, I love
We're just
Tyson
like-
Fury, man. Hell
Yeah,
yeah,
when he
that's
got
what I'm
up,
talking
we're
about.
like-
Because that's exactly what he showed us, dude. Like coming back from the whole depression.
From everything.
How many
Mhm.
fights did he take? One or two?
Two.
Two fights,
Two.
right?
That's
And then
another reason why we thought like if he gets caught, like he's coming back too soon. So
That's-
yeah, but
That's his illusion that he did.
But that's like exactly the same shit. Like the story of his life, dude. He comes back and he fights the guy with 40 wins, 39 knockouts, right? Like that's not supposed to be doable, dude. Like,
yeah,
I don't even know why
Coming
I'm having
after-
this in my knees. I
like
should have
that
it
shit,
more.
dude.
I should have
Show
it. I should have
There's
showed
only
this,
one
man.
Tyson.
Only one
There's only one
Tyson,
Tyson.
dude.
Dude,
man.
Literally.
I even told Christian like he's in my top 10 pound for pound now.
Oh,
But we'll
yeah.
talk about that.
We'll
later
talk
on.
about that next
We'll
week.
talk about that later on, dude.
Next
but
week.
I just saw this right now, dude. And you know it's so hard as a boxing fan to keep spending money on the sport when these type of things happen, right?
Mhm.
Because you just watched the fight of the year, the biggest heavyweight fight in
Yeah.
a while,
Mhm.
and it's the same story over and over, dude.
What do you mean?
What do I mean?
Is he talking Teddy Atlas?
115, 111
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
for Wilder, right? And I
Right.
just saw this right now. This guy, I'm fucking saying his name, dude, because people like this should not be in
Mexican,
boxing.
right?
Yeah.
Mexican judge Alejandro Rochin,
Mhm.
right? He scored the first 4 rounds for Deontay Wilder.
What?
Straight up.
Okay, I
I'm
didn't.
just
Remember-
looking at the scorecards right now.
I didn't go that deep into like the.
I haven't
I
seen
gave
the
him one round,
scores.
remember?
I haven't seen the
Wow.
scores.
He gave obviously the last one, and then he gave round 8 and 9 for Wilder. So he didn't have Fury winning a round till round 5.
Wow, are you kidding me?
Exactly.
But you know what's funny about
That's the type
the,
of shit I'm
the
talking about.
knockdowns from Deontay Wilder? When I was watching the fight, I was actually scoring those rounds
Mm-hmm.
because Tyson Fury had to score those rounds over again because that was not a 10-8. That was a
9-8.
9-8.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
9-8 rounds. But like I told these guys, judges never score 9-8s and they never score 9-9s. I mean, and that's why I talked about it before, but this 3-judge system does not work, dude. We've seen it over and
No.
over again. That shit does not work.
No. And you always see it in the biggest fights.
Yep.
You know?
Most
a-
recently, that Canelo Triple G fight, the first one. But even going back, dude, that Pacquiao Marquez, the first one that
Mhm.
ended in a draw, dude, that shit resulted in 4 other fights.
And you know-
People made millions of dollars out of those 4
Yeah.
fights, and you wonder if that would have happened if they would have actually scored it right.
And you know, and obviously I'm gonna play this just because there's a reason why. I think it just lines up with what you're trying to say. And this happened when we were talking about the PBC podcast back in like November 15. Let me play it right now. We don't know what's gonna happen with Gary Russell Jr. We still don't know what's gonna happen with Davis, right?
Yeah.
And you never know. And more than likely, this is just my assumption because more than likely it's going to happen. We're probably going to watch a rematch of Deontay Wilder and Fury at Wembley. Watch, I'm calling it right now. That should be something worth looking because that should be a 2-way fight. So there's a lot of fights that,
You just
And-
got the venue wrong.
you know,
He's trying to do
Well,
it in
we-
Old Trafford.
We don't know yet. It
the-
might be
the-
Wembley.
the thing about that, it should be in Wembley. There's so much money right there. It would be ridiculous. But going to the scorecard and why I'm bringing that up is because, come on, man.
To me, it's like
That's easy setup, dude.
to me it goes back to like the whole Teddy Atlas. If you're gonna do a robbery, don't leave any fingerprints. This fight was like
What do we say after
this.
the fight?
This fight was not close. Yeah, you have 2 knockdowns, but like you really gotta stretch it to make it a draw. And there you saw with Rochin's card.
Gio, make sure you put that quote on the title for this video because that's basically it, dude.
Like if you're gonna try to like really, you gotta try to make it like Wilder should have won 3 more knockdowns or something to make it kind of convincing. But
Remember what we said right after when
This
we
is
were
a
leaving the
stretch.
movie theater? We are saying, going back to that Teddy quote, we're like, dude, this guy literally just like, he just walked in the bank with no mask and robbed it. That's what he did, dude. No fucks. He gave no fucks, dude. And you know, just adding on to that, it was funny because I kept yelling during the fight, like, dude, every time they would show Wilder, I kept yelling, dude, this guy is just punking you in your
Mhm.
own backyard,
Yeah.
dude. In your own backyard. And we're saying Tyson Fury is basically like just walking in his house, sitting on his couch, putting his feet up, drinking his beer, going into the fridge, eating his food. He went in his restroom, in his bathroom.
Left the toilet seat up.
He just took a shit. Didn't even flush. That's what he did. That's what he did to Wilder, dude. That's the best way to put it. If you didn't see that fight,
Total disrespect.
Yep.
and
But yeah, I mean the thing at the end of the day, as much as I want to give credit to Tyson Fury, I also have to give credit to the people who showed up from Tyson Fury's camp.
yeah,
Man, the people who were there outside, dude, singing, dude,
Yeah.
and the people inside singing, man, like props to them, man.
that's the one reason I told Christian that I would prefer, like, that's the one reason I wanted to go to that fight, just for the fans,
Just
just
to
the
catch.
atmosphere. Yeah, like I've been to games in Europe, and I know how the British
Right.
people get down. So I was like, yeah, that atmosphere is gonna be pretty crazy on Fury's part. And just to add on to that, when they were asking Fury at the end of the fight, they're like, well, you're not saying much. Like, you seem content with the draw. Like, you
Yeah.
don't seem pissed off. And then the trainer just took over. He's
Right.
like, let me answer this for you, dude. Like, you guys should be thanking Tyson Fury right now, because if he would have acted like unprofessionally after in the post-fight interview, like, they would have just started a riot.
And I haven't uploaded uploaded the British national anthem, but I didn't upload the USA national anthem. But towards like the second minute, I was like, oh look, there's a fight over there, dude. That's how it was. I saw like 4 big fights. You see nothing but red coats running, like ship troopers, stormtroopers, whatever you want to call them, just going to the aisles, because there were so many fights of British fans and American fans.
British
dude.
fans like
so
to have a
you-
good time.
we
Like
wanna-
to drink.
We want to thank Tyson Fury. We want to thank the British fans, because
Yeah,
we
yeah.
live here in LA.
Mm-hmm.
We're thankful that they left the Staples Center the way it was before the fight.
Yeah,
We
you know,
appreciate it.
because that's what
That's Laker Town.
that's what they said. Like, if
Well,
Tyson would have
clip it
said
right now.
anything,
Yeah.
if Tyson would have said anything, like, there would have been 10,000 British fans just
I believe
ready
it.
to tear that
Yeah.
shit
I
up,
believe it.
dude. And yeah, I believe it too.
The first
'cause-
time where I was sitting in the first floor, there was already like chaos between a British
Mhm.
fan and an English fan. I'm like, no, I don't want to be here. Let me go more down.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I mean, like I
Yeah,
said,
I
it's
was-
difficult to keep
So
spending money on the sport when
Yeah.
you see the same movie over and over.
Mhm.
Like, I can sit here and say Tyson Fury won the fight all I want, but
Yeah.
on paper that's not gonna show. But that's why I said Tyson Fury is in my new top 10, because
that's where I want to go
because
right
he
now.
won that fight. He beat Vladimir Klitschko and he beat Deontay Wilder.
Not top 10. You'll be second. Give me your top 3 heavyweights right now.
Top 3. You want them in
1,
order?
2, and 3.
I say number 1 Fury, because we here at Against the Ropes, we don't go by the decisions that the dark side puts out. We go by the decisions that we see with our eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna put Tyson Fury number 1. I'm gonna put Deontay Wilder number 2, just because he stepped up to this fight. Just because he stepped up to this fight.
Interesting.
Even though I do
That's
believe,
the only reason.
even
Hold up,
though
Jill, let him
even
talk.
though I do believe Joshua is better.
Right.
If they do go head to head, I do believe Joshua is gonna beat him. But
Interesting.
until you step up to fight either one of these two men, I'm gonna have you number 3, just because of that.
And you, Jill?
Yeah, that's a tough one, because before the fight, I had Joshua 1, Fury 2, and Wilder 3. I guess now you have to put Tyson Fury after that boxing lesson that he gave. A lot of people perceived as the top heavyweight, right? But I will put Fury 1, Joshua 2, and Wilder 3.
Yeah.
I don't see how you could put Wilder 2 after getting bullied like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have Tyson Fury 1,
Mhm.
Anthony Joshua 2, and Deontay Wilder number 3.
Yeah.
And I asked Clarissa Shields. She does know about
Alejandro
boxing, though.
Rochin.
Yeah, that's for sure. But
Fucking judge.
I asked
Piece
Fucking
of
Mexican.
I asked Clarissa Shields your top 5 pound for pound, but then I asked her
Heavyweights.
heavyweights. Who do you have in the fight? She said Wilder, right? And I told her, hey, who do you have between Wilder versus Joshua? She's like, may the best man win.
Yeah. Like, just to clarify, I do believe Joshua is better, and if they do fight, Joshua will win. I'm just saying based on
Right.
stepping up.
Yeah, and
That's all.
what was the first thing I said right after the fight? Like, talking about the rematch, I was like, "Oh, Tyson Fury would get Wilder out of there like in 4 or 5 rounds," and I believe that too, because Wilder seemed very intimidated by Fury the whole time, just from the All Access.
Yeah, he made him. He exposed him in the conferences just like he did with Klitschko, man.
Yeah, but Dude, I didn't even watch the second episode of All Access because I don't really like all the shit back and forth. Like Fury actually had a real story, but Wilder's just like, man.
Yeah.
Even Anthony Sims Jr. talked about it with us last weekend.
Mhm.
Shout out Anthony, the magician. But yeah, it was just like
We know what's
doesn't-
real.
he doesn't seem very authentic.
Yeah.
Wilder, and even the whole lead up to the fight, even showing up to the fight, he showed up in a mask, right, walking to the ring. It's just like,
Yeah.
and then during the fight, like I said, he just got bullied, dude. Tyson Fury made him step backwards from the beginning, and I think the times that Wilder actually did step forward, that's when Fury was able to counterpunch him and catch him with some good punches. So that's why I think in the rematch, Wilder gets knocked out because it's going to be in Great Britain, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's Wembley, whether it's Manchester, whatever. But it's going to be a huge stage. I don't know if Wilder can handle that.
Yeah, if it
He
happens.
couldn't even handle Staples Center.
Yeah, if it happens
And-
there, like it's.
And it's all going to get to his head, dude.
Yeah.
It's all going to get to his head. And I think Wilder will get him out easily.
Yeah, and I got 2 free tattoos.
Dang.
Towels. 2 free towels.
But we only brought one.
Deontay Wilder. I left the Wilder at
That
home.
shit at
dude.
home. Give it to your
Left that
dog,
at
dude.
home. Left that at home.
No bomb squad.
But yeah, I want to talk about the rematch just because this fight was on pay-per-view on Showtime, and Showtime is also going to have another pay-per-view fight, Pacquiao versus Broner.
Mm-hmm.
Fox is going to have the pay-per-view between Spence and Garcia.
Mm-hmm.
So in the balance of Al Heyman knowing business, he has to have this pay-per-view in Fox pay-per-view. And speaking of pay-per-view, there was one guy that was observing, Oscar De La Hoya. He was talking a lot, dude, about pay-per-view the past week. You should subscribe. You don't have to pay such and such. First of all, man, have you heard of Oscar De La Hoya the past few days since the fight?
Nah, hold on. Me personally, no.
Yeah, that basically sums it up. So, how many do you know the pay-per-view numbers? How much were sold?
How much did it cost, or how much were sold?
How much the number that people bought pay-per-view?
They're saying
yeah,
it was
that's
over
what- they're-
300, right?
Hold up.
That's what I wanted to ask you.
Come on, Alexis.
So how many? I didn't hear him. How many was it?
How much do you think?
I was gonna say
For what?
tops for Wilder Fury.
Yeah.
Tops. I was gonna say tops 150.
And you, Gio?
50,000.
They said to make it even, it was at 250
To break even, you had
to
to sell
break even.
200.
250,000.
Oh, I thought you said. Well, my prediction, they were going to sell 50,000. I don't know.
Yeah. So they ended up selling 325,000
Oh, yeah?
pay-per-views.
It's not bad.
So that's not bad. So even the rematch is gonna make more.
Yeah.
So that's props to Showtime pay-per-view and both fighters, and I guess pay-per-view still lives, and that's why Oscar De La Hoya is quiet. That's
Mhm.
why I mentioned to you guys 2 weeks ago that Canelo was underpaid, and I'll talk about that next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything
So-
else regarding the heavyweight fight?
Well, I actually wrote it down. I think for Wilder to win, he needed to win what? Like 7 rounds? No, for how many did he need to win?
Here's what Deontay Wilder needs to do, dude, all right, to win the fight. First of all, before the fight even starts, he needs to get a new trainer, dude.
Yeah, I didn't hear a lot from that corner, and we got to see it on the screen, so we got to see the corner time, which you can't see when you're in the fight.
Yeah. So for him to draw, he had to win 4 rounds. Wilder, which he
Mhm.
didn't win 4 rounds, right?
And
You're feeling nice, you give him
Yeah,
If
three.
you stretch it,
you're
if you
reaching,
stretch it,
man.
like,
You're
yeah,
reaching.
That's
that's
crazy.
Because we even said it like, even the 2 rounds where he gets the knockdowns. I don't think he even won that.
No, because Tyson Fury won that 9th round,
Mhm.
make it even.
And he got up from that 12th and fought back. When sometimes you think when you get hurt in the 12th round, sometimes you just want to hug and clinch. Nope, he got up.
Yeah, Tyson fought back,
And he
dude.
fought back.
But to get that 115 score, Wilder had to win 7 rounds. That's how crazy it is. That's how crazy those scorecards were.
To
but
me, what you just
Alejandro
mentioned.
Rochin, someone look for him, man.
And not even
Oh no,
that.
he's not.
for that
He's
man.
probably not gonna get any big fights.
Yeah, and we'll be ready for December 22. This will
Oh,
set the
yeah.
tone for those judges.
Yep. December 22, All-Star Boxing.
Yeah, whoever's
Commerce
judging.
Casino.
Yeah, whoever's judging, get ready.
Yeah, because, man,
We're not
I'm
gonna
off that.
tolerate this, dude. Until we get fired.
How did he give him the first 4?
That's
4 or
yeah.
5?
I knew like he gave
the
him
first 4. He gave him the
How he
first
gave him the
4.
first
Remember,
4
I was
rounds.
being generous and giving him one.
One.
The first 5.
And this is
Yeah, same
Alexis,
here.
a Wilder fan.
Nah, I was just.
Yeah, he was yelling, hit him! Hit him!
when he landed, when he
and the 12th round.
he's here with another
That
windmill.
was up, dude.
Yeah.
I actually had the
Squad.
video. It actually got taken down from YouTube for
Oh, yeah.
copyright
Well,
reasons, but I'll
me-
probably post some other stuff up.
Yeah, let's talk about that for a moment. So, I was posting a lot of stuff on the Instagram page,
Mhm.
and it wasn't until like midnight when I was walking outside the Staples Center, wandering around, and that's when I noticed our Instagram was suspended.
Yeah, and some of our YouTube videos were blocked.
And then I think that's when
CBS
I was
Showtime
talking
were
to myself that
cracking down.
we made it, and we got this far, and
Yeah, but I was like, that's how you know this was a big fight, because
Dad,
Yeah.
CBS is on it.
Dad,
Mhm.
and it was
Right away.
right, Dad, and also the fact that we were able to shoot some exclusive stuff inside the stadium.
Yeah, you know what? Like, we can post fights like from the Zone and ESPN, and they're probably like thankful that people post their highlights. You know, 'cause it's more exposure for us.
'Cause
But
it's
these guys
promotion.
are like,
You hear that, Oscar?
these guys are cracking down, dude.
Mhm.
Yep. Yeah. So let's see if we'll get our Instagram suspended again this
Yeah,
Saturday.
But shout out to all the British fans.
Yeah,
You guys are amazing.
for watching our
And they were friendly, dude.
Tyson Fury.
Yeah,
So
dude.
when I was watching the Luis Ortiz fight,
Mhm.
I was talking to them. Hey man, who's that right there? Like, we were just talking. They were nice. Yeah. Well, I
They
just
didn't know King Kong.
Yeah. They didn't
Yeah,
know King
dude.
Kong. It was my
Yeah,
duty
no, the British
to
people are
explain
happy.
them the analysis on Luis Ortiz. But other than the fight, Fury and Wilder, anything that you were impressed before the other fights? Anything? Nothing.
Well, I'm glad King Kong talked about his daughter, that she was doing well.
I heard she got accepted.
Yeah, she's supposed to have some treatment going on at Stanford.
Stanford, right?
he
Yeah, that
talked
was
about it
beautiful.
After the fight, that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
We had the other heavyweight trained by Abel Sanchez.
Joe
What's his name?
Joyce.
Yeah, there you go. That crazy backflip he did.
Yeah, I recorded that. I was like, what am I seeing?
Abel back in contention for Coach of the Year.
Yeah, and then we had
Just wait for it.
we had Jared Hurd.
Jared Hurd.
Swift.
Yeah.
Came out to Dreams, the game. Did it right, dude. Came out to Lakers colors and shit.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
good.
and
I said, what's up to him? He's like, what's up?
yeah.
Ivan's favorite fighter.
Swift.
Yeah, Swift.
What a
That's
name
a-
that
You know,
is.
he came out to the game, and then dude, like it seemed kind of like his energy was off at the beginning. I don't know if
Yeah.
it was him or his
Oh,
opponent.
He had an injury, so he was
That's
kinda-
what
Yeah.
the trainer who we were talking about, John David Jackson. He told me I was actually like sitting next to him. We were commentating like the fight.
Mhm.
He was telling me, hey, where did he get his surgery at? And I'm like, oh damn,
Yeah.
that's right.
It was a shoulder too, right?
Yeah, it was the shoulder. And then like that third round, that's when like Swift just started like boom, one to the body, and I recorded it right on time.
Yeah.
Boom, that was solid. And then Clarissa, she's like, hell yeah,
Yeah.
like knock his ass down. I was like, wow.
Yeah, and his opponent, was it Wilburn? Was that his
Wilburn,
name? He was
yeah.
the one who lost to
the
Warby.
To Warby.
Yeah.
Warburton, guy with
Yeah.
144 losses. But he was moving down in weight, actually.
The
and
British know him well.
yeah, they've probably seen him fight like 20, 30 times. Yeah.
In a year.
He has a lot of fights. But, yeah, he came out with a lot of energy and he was trying to out-hustle Swift. But that body shot was good, man.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
not even going to talk about what happened after the fight. I'm not going to.
You don't want to intend that? No.
It's all theatrics, you know. It's all Wilder shit. I'm not into that. But
So-
yeah, anything else?
Nah, that's
No,
it.
but for real, good job, British fans, dude. Because
Yeah.
off topic, kind of, but I went to watch one of the Euro Cup games a couple years ago, and I happened to watch Northern Ireland against Germany, and the Irish fans,
They
were
kept me
dope,
awake.
dude. They were dope. Like,
it's culture.
yeah, you know, like there was a lot of talks about, because there was a lot of hooligan shit going
Yeah.
on, the Russians
Right.
and the British going on that year. So we're kind of like, you have to be alert like at all times. But I felt safe at that game, dude. Like the Irish people,
You felt safe.
they sang for 2 hours straight. They sang like for an hour after the game.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was amazing. Shout out to all the British fans, man. Y'all do it right.
Yeah, so fight of the year for me, not because I was at the fight, but because I know it was fight of the year.
Yeah.
And then round 12 was round of the year.
Just the magnitude of it, man.
Just the build up. The entrances, dude, were like
Yeah.
electric, dude.
Yeah, it
Fireworks.
It was good.
the music,
Yeah.
the people singing and all that.
Mhm.
I'm like, how did I get in this seat right here?
Yeah.
It was just amazing all around.
This
Dude.
guy was touching the WBC belt.
I
and
touched the
shit.
WBC
Seriously.
belt.
Touching the people's robes.
Yeah.
They're looking at him like,
Yeah,
who's this guy?
I saw when you said, "Hey, King Kong," and he looked straight at you.
yeah. He looked at me.
Nice.
Luis.
Wait. I was like, and I almost took a picture with him, but I forgot. I had it in video. But I met so many fighters. I met Maurice Hooker.
Mm-hmm.
I met him. Jaime Munguia.
Nice.
Obviously Clarissa Shields.
You got his name right this time.
Oh, I'll talk.
Guy.
I'll make sure I'll talk about him towards the end of random news because it's kind of funny. Who else did I meet? I saw John Molina there. I didn't want to take a picture with him.
You saw Al Heyman.
Josito Lopez.
Poor John Molina, dude. We see him everywhere.
Mikey Garcia was there.
Remember we saw him at
One of our
the
fights.
Mikey Garcia fight.
Mm-hmm.
He just walked by us. We saw him at one of the All-Star. I think it was actually at Commerce Casino too.
Commerce.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad. Nobody goes up to him.
He looks like a skater. That's why people don't really know him like that. But
Yeah, but it was a great fight, dude.
it was a good fight.
You know, a lot of people don't like watching that, like when a guy dominates the other guy like that, like the whole boxing, because that's what he did to Vladimir Klitschko, right? And a lot of people are just kind of like, that's boring. But as a
you-
boxing fan, you're like,
As
dude,
a
this
boxing
shit is
fan,
lovely,
yeah, because
man.
Did you ever watch that
know what
fight
he went
ever?
through. Which one?
Klitschko versus.
I don't think
Yeah.
I've seen the full
Fury?
fight.
I've seen it. It is hard to watch.
I saw
It is
that
hard to watch.
fight
Dreadful.
live. I was seeing it live, and I
Mhm.
was sleeping. You know how when you're
Yeah.
in the living room in the bed and you're just going like this,
Yeah.
and there's
Yeah.
nothing to watch. So I was just watching, and then I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Because Klitschko was losing the fight,
Mhm.
and Fury was landing punches.
Mhm.
So I think all that stuff about what he did incognito to train, not being with his family and friends, like it paid off. And I know I mess around about coach of the year. I obviously had coach of the year Abel
Yeah.
Sanchez.
Mm.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, really, because he showed us a different side of Canelo. And that's why I have him. But
Okay.
now I have Tyson Fury's trainer as coach of the year.
The 26-year-old.
And you got some criticism for that too, because I remember even when he was on the Joe Rogan show, he kept asking about it, and he was just like, "Well, dude, he's good. Like we work good together. You know, like you don't need to have 100 fights of experience. You don't need to, like, at one point every coach was like this. They
Yeah.
came out of nowhere, and of course you doubt them, but if
The
it works,
chemistry
it
was
works.
right between them.
Yeah, if it works, it
Yeah.
works, dude. And
Yeah.
even in the post-fight press conference, he's always professional.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know,
Very mature for his
Yeah,
age.
dude. I like that guy.
To
I
me,
that
like
team.
to me, it's like if you can affect your fighter outside of the ring in a positive manner, that can count tenfold towards another manager that has like 10, 15, 20 years of experience, but doesn't move you the way this guy does. You know?
Yeah, and I was clowning around during the fight because you see Roach in the background just giving him the water, and I was just like, "Good job, Roach." But yeah, once
That was
Fury
more.
got like a cut, or he had like a bloody nose or something, that's when Roach was actually stepping into the ring, and you could tell he was giving him advice here and there.
Cutman of the
But-
year.
Whatever it
Yeah,
was,
dude.
Fury won that night.
Yeah,
in
and
the
we
whole world.
And we even said it last week when Anthony Sims was here. Like, dude, he just won the fight called life. Like,
Mhm.
no matter what happens, like, he's the man, dude. And then to show what he showed in this fight even makes that
Yeah.
5 times greater, dude.
Dude, even greater is that he donated his whole purse
Did
to
he
the
really?
homelessness, 8 million.
Damn.
Pound.
And I'm gonna keep it really real regarding Tyson Fury. Not only did he expose Deontay Wilder,
Mhm.
but he exposed everybody who watches boxing who actually thinks that Deontay Wilder actually won that fight.
Yeah.
Nobody thought that.
You know?
You've been seeing your video, the one where you recorded the at the end. You see Wilder's fans on the ring, or like his little entourage, they're like cheering because
they were
like he got a
cool.
draw.
They were cool
Yeah.
with it. And you know what was more interesting? I saw a video of Floyd Mayweather Sr., his reaction.
Oh yeah.
And as soon as they said a draw, he was already saying, like, man, that's bullshit. Like, he didn't even care what the outcome was. Well, nah, as soon as they were, like, naming the scorecards, he was already just like, the fuck? Like, nah, that's bullshit. Like, and then they said a draw. He's like, yeah, that's not even possible.
All right, so that's that. So now we have 2 things coming up, and we have the Matrix finally showing up from surgery after the recovery against Jorge Linares in that 135.
No Lomachenko.
No Lomachenko. Now he's gonna come back on this Saturday against Jose Pedraza. Any take before he goes inside the ring? Anything you're gonna take away before he gets in there? What are you gonna be watching for Lomachenko? Are you just gonna watch it or?
I just gonna watch and enjoy however long it lasts. I don't think it's gonna last too long, unless he really wants to like get in rounds and.
All right, let's put into context. This is the first time we're talking about Lomachenko besides pound for pound.
We're so quick to like throw out upsets out the window, huh?
Yeah. If I'm a regular person walking and you're introducing me to the sport of boxing and you tell me, hey, you gotta watch this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Why should I watch Lomachenko?
Why should you watch him? He's got like, the whole package. He's got like feet movement. He's got
foot movement.
Foot movement.
Pick him up on World Star. I think he had a video on World Star, huh?
Yeah.
Like the Matrix. Like they're just showing him just fucking jumping on the ring and
Got
pulling
that
people.
feed work.
You're gonna get like an array of punches, quickness. There's no comparison in today's game.
What about you, Gio?
I would tell him, you know, if you want to watch the best boxer in the world, tune into this guy. You know, he'll show you everything. He'll show you defense, the great feet work, the great hands. You're just gonna see everything, dude. It's gonna look like a video game. That's what I would tell him.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I started watching the Lakers since like '96 or '97. So I was able to watch Kobe all those years, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like one of those things like, oh, I grew up watching him. Yeah, I literally grew up watching him. And the thing that I always observed with Kobe Bryant that was so different is his footwork.
Mm-hmm.
Like his technique and how he incorporated himself when he came from Italy playing soccer. You could tell how he designed when he was in the post.
And, you know, not to cut you off, but that's the thing about Europeans, like when they play in the NBA, like it's just the basics, dude. Like moving your feet right. Like in American sports, they don't teach you that shit. Like you see the American football drills doing all this stupid shit, but it's like.
Well, we could go into a huge subject. That's why I don't watch, like, that's why I tell people watch Duke. Don't just watch college basketball. If you want to learn basketball, watch college. Don't watch NBA.
Yeah, like look at everybody that played soccer, like Steve Nash, dude.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, and that's
monster.
That's the thing.
And basketball is so easy for him. I remember he used to say like everything they do with their hands, like I could do with my feet, and it's true.
That's why I mean,
really is true.
I tell people like when it comes down to Kobe Bryant, you can easily see how different he is, right? Because you can't compare him to anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same thing with Lomachenko. I cannot compare
and
him
then
to
that's why when they
anybody
say
else.
LeBron, like all around player, I'm like, dude, this guy can't even move his feet. It's just that shit's embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's like a tree trunk, but yeah.
Lomachenko brings it from different angles, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you could tell a boxer from David Lemieux compared to like Lomachenko. And no disrespect to David Lemieux, but Lomachenko, man, and this is not about kissing ass, but the guy won 2 gold medals in 2012 and 2016, not by accident, man. And it's something about Ukrainians, right, Gio?
Yeah, it was 2008, right?
I was
2012, 2016.
16?
2012, 16. You got to if you're going to start doing this, Alexis, you got to get it right.
I don't think it was 16.
Nah, 16.
Nah,
He
it
was
wasn't
already
16.
boxing.
Yeah, he was already.
The
bro,
Olympics
16.
was in 2012 and
He
2016.
got it 2008 though. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I
He
think
has
it
a
was
tattoo.
2008,
He even has
dude.
a tattoo.
Okay.
Because he's older.
Because
Yeah, look it up,
2016, he was already a pro.
Look it up.
He didn't fight 11 fights in 2 years. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
But going back,
But yeah, dude. You know one thing that I tell everybody, like people that don't watch boxing, I'll tell them like, dude, this guy doesn't even. You know what he does in training? He does like reflexes stuff. The things that they'll make you do like at the doctor. He does like ballet.
Goku push-ups.
He does like he did he was a ballerina when he was little.
Yeah.
Have
He
you
was,
ever
like,
seen?
in ballet
Have you
and
ever
shit when he was
seen?
little.
That there's a video on YouTube where he gets a ball
He just
and he
hitting
goes
it.
like this.
Yeah.
You seen that one?
With the hat?
No, without that.
Oh, I don't think I've seen it. Maybe
You know
I
how?
don't know.
Okay, you know how you go like this and you get the ball back,
Yeah.
right? No, he goes like that and he punches it back like this.
Yeah.
I think it's the hat, no?
No, it's not the hat.
not the hat.
It's not the hat, dude.
No, I don't think it is.
This is from Mars, some other planet, dude. He's from.
Damn. I'll pull that up.
Beijing 2008.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's why you're here, dude.
and then don't cut off his mic just yet, dude. Nah, but he also does another thing with I think it's with coins. He throws like 4 coins and he catches all 4
Tell
of
me,
them with
Jill.
one
Yeah.
hand.
This is
I
unbelievable.
saw that.
I think it's coins, but yeah, he'll just throw it up and he'll just be like, he'll catch all 4 of them at once. That shit is crazy. And then he'll put it in slow motion. Even in slow motion, it looks hard.
And he comes in the ring with a unicorn, huh? Like that's how it sounds like. Dude. This guy is just special, dude.
And he does all the stuff that the circus people do with the balls. Like,
Yeah.
you have 4 balls just juggling. And I'm just like, I'm confused just looking at him like, Even me looking at it, I can't even coordinate this stuff. And he actually does this.
Why do you think I got this hoodie?
He does
On sale though. When you got it on
Still
sale,
expensive,
good deal.
man.
I know.
he does push-ups on 2 hands, no feet. You just do it around
Right.
the ring.
Yeah.
You
I
just
could do
hop
that.
around.
I'm just playing.
I'm like, I want to see this video,
Yeah,
dude.
I want to see that shit.
Dude, you know how many views that would
I
get
want
us
to
on
learn how to do
YouTube?
that. I want to learn how to do that.
Man.
Yeah, I'm just playing.
Yeah, it's crazy though. This guy, he's something else, man. Cause yeah, he does all the boxing stuff, but he's just different.
Yeah,
man.
this is no disrespect to Jose Pedraza, but I'm just saying, like, you know, you're coming into the ring to something like. I mean, let's talk about that. Like, how do you go
How
into
do you
the ring
prepare
like
for
that?
That's
you
the
know?
thing. Like, if I'm fighting a guy like that, I'm already like, shit, dude. I gotta have a lot of power or just a lot of patience to get to this guy, cause
Quickness.
he just has everything, dude.
I mean, there's a reason why they call him Lomachenko, man.
Yeah. That's what's at stake, right?
Yeah, I think he said his father made him like dance when he was little, like do some ballet stuff, cause. But and you see the footwork, dude. You see it. This guy can just.
There's one thing to be like for somebody to be faster than you with their hands. It's another thing for someone to be faster with their feet and then their hands like on top of you.
And mentally.
And it's just that's why people quit because it's like I'm trying to keep up with his hands, can't even keep up with Jesus.
He's
That's-
just special.
And that's what we were talking about before the show started, right? Like we give a lot of credit to Linares because he hung in there with him.
Yeah.
And he knocked him down, even though he's like bigger. He's a
Mhm.
bigger guy, but he still got to Lomachenko. And at the end of the day, it was that monster body shot that got him out of there. But yeah, dude. But let's not be so quick to throw them upsets out the window, dude. It's boxing.
It is
Any given
boxing.
punch,
Any
right?
given punch.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
but that's Lomachenko. That's going to be on ESPN this Saturday. Tune in. I think it's like at 6 p.m. Eastern time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what's the venue?
It's in
Madison Square Garden, right?
MSG.
MSG. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, tune in, dude. If you want to watch the #1 pound-for-pound boxer in the world, that's Vasily Lomachenko, right? And we're fortunate you get to watch it on ESPN, right? Even if you go to a bar, you can still watch it.
Yeah.
And I was joking, like, my new top 3 pound-for-pound is all Ukrainians.
Is it? Are you joking or you're serious?
Kind of
It's
joking.
possible.
Kind of joking.
Kind of joking.
That's for
But
next week.
Usyk has to be up there, but we had another Ukrainian fighting this past weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Showtime.
Yeah. Gozik.
Yeah, and that's a tough fight to talk about because you know there's been a lot of jokes that Stevenson has held that championship hostage for all these years, right? Because he never wanted to step up against good competition, but yeah, he got knocked out this fight, and
Yeah. No, it's you don't play boxing. That's why.
yeah, you don't play boxing. He ended up in a very serious condition. Right, he ended up actually in a coma, right?
Yeah, he was in
Some days
medical
after.
induced coma.
So yeah, that was a serious knockout that he took, and hopefully he's okay. I think he underwent some procedures, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully he's okay. And we can joke around and call him names and this and that, but you never want to see that in any sport, dude.
Mm-hmm.
But
No.
that's the brutality of boxing. That's why you gotta respect everybody who steps into
Anybody.
that ring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and yeah, it's when I saw it, it was like finally he loses, you
Yeah.
know, base because everything that's been going on,
Mm-hmm.
having that belt for a long time, and I even talked about it during Thanksgiving,
Mhm.
Chickenson, right?
Yeah.
And it just puts things into perspective about life, about when you get knocked down like that, and hopefully he's able to recover, but not recover to come back to sport, but just to live.
Just
you
to
know?
In
live.
general, dude. Yeah.
That's all that matters. So
And he's older, right? He's what, 41, 42?
41.
yeah.
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 So they got to be careful with that, you know. Boxing is, you don't play boxing like you said. It's
Mhm.
a brutal sport. You know, it may look nice because these guys are professionals,
Mm-hmm.
right? And going back to that McGregor-Mayweather fight, that's why it was just like, dude, McGregor doesn't know how to, like, box because this is a different type of sport. Like, these guys are professional. Like, they don't get seriously hurt because they know how to slip with the punches or roll with the punches, right? But if you don't, if you've never been trained like that, you know, it may look easy, but it's not. And sometimes these things happen.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have Lomachenko fighting Pedraza on ESPN this Saturday, and then we have the final farewell of HBO Boxing. So here's the card. So Clarissa Shields versus Finke and Hermans, 10 rounds for Shields' middleweight title. Co-main event is Juan Francisco Estrada versus Victor Mendez, 10 rounds, junior bantamweight. And the main event, Cecilia Brackhus versus Alexander Maxia Lopez. Sorry about that. And this is going to be an all-women showcase, dude. Chris Cyborg is going to be there. Layla Ali is going to be there. So nothing but greatness outside the ring and inside the ring. So it's going to be a sad day because even Larry Merchant is going to show up.
Yeah, I was surprised when you messaged me that. And it's fitting that he's going to be here. You know, he's...
If I was 20 years younger, I'd kick your ass.
Yeah, we'll be posting that video tomorrow.
Show's
You gotta close it out.
man.
Yeah.
We're going to for sure do that.
Give me a fair fight.
So he's going to be part of the commentating crew? Is that what you're saying, Chris?
He's going to be part of it, yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm looking forward to hopefully he's the one that does some of the post-fight interviews because I even though a lot of people don't always agree with his, you know, his style, I always enjoyed.
It's entertaining, man.
It's entertaining. Yeah, I always enjoyed his post-fight interviews.
And you know, obviously the people are not going to be able to listen to this until like next week, right? But on
I'll try to get it out, man.
Yeah, well,
I'll try to
you know what?
release
I don't.
Not sleeping tonight.
Yeah, that's true. He'll post it up by tomorrow at 5 a.m. The thing is, like, I'm not. This past
For our
Saturday,
British fans, shout out.
This past Saturday, we had a lot of celebrities in that stadium at Staples Center. But this fight, this HBO, it's gonna be nothing but boxing community members there, man. There's gonna be a bunch of people paying respect.
Yeah,
It's not even about the fights, man. Just be there, just to
pay respect. Yeah,
pay respect, man.
Anybody that loved, like, that grew up with boxing, grew up with HBO.
Yeah,
it's fitting for you, like, you know, to go and.
And I was telling my coworker today, like, this time, like, I have to ethically be there ringside, not unethically. You know, in this case, not get caught. It's hard to get ringside and stuff up because you have to go down. You have to show your ticket. So we'll be there. So it'll be nice and sweet to be there. But other than that, anything you want to add on to that, Gio? No. Chris?
No, I mean, I'm definitely gonna go to this event. We were supposed to hang out with one of our friends. He can.
Happy birthday, dog.
Happy birthday, Brian.
He'll
Shout
be
out to
there
him.
later. Yep, hopefully.
But yeah, he'll understand. This is the last show. Damn, that's crazy.
Man, I've been over HBO. Fuck them.
Nah, to me, like, I have a special, like, place in my heart for HBO. Just that's the logo that we remember growing up. That's the one that we saw the fights in. And it's gonna be it's bittersweet to see them go. You know, it's like I said, they have a certain quality that made it them their own. That made HBO what they were. When you thought of boxing, you thought of HBO. Right now we have the other networks, you know, and they're doing their thing, and they're gonna carry on the sport, and it's gonna grow. Boxing's gonna keep on living, but this is like a small chapter that's closing, and so it is a little sad.
Yeah,
it's sad, and so yeah, we're gonna go. We're
12th round.
12th round.
You guys about to tear up, man.
Well, I mean, it's because, you know, we love this sport, and a lot of fights have been broadcast, and the past biggest fights, so the past few years have been in HBO, specifically speaking, Triple G versus Canelo. You know, that's the fight we've been waiting for, and we saw HBO, and so that's going to be a special night on Saturday. We'll be recording, taking pictures, make sure we'll upload. I'll be up late night, Gio, make you proud. We'll try to compete with you.
We'll get some fan reaction. We'll
Sleep is for the weak.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. But and the thing is, you know, HBO is known, and another area that it was known was when we were watching Creed 2.
Yeah.
Damn.
The HBO team was there broadcasting the fights, which leads up to what we're going to be talking next. So how many times you saw it, Chris?
I only saw it once. I had planned to see it a couple more times, but
I'm gonna watch it again. We gotta go like on Tuesdays when it's. Like
I just like the fact when you gave me your answer, you were looking down, like disappointed.
Because I wanted to see it some more. Just
right,
life.
You, Gio, we're doing this because you finally saw it this past week.
Yeah, I watched it one time, but I'm definitely gonna watch it again.
Yeah, I saw it twice within the first 72 hours. So.
Damn, 2 days, Chris.
Yeah, I had to, man.
I haven't even seen it once.
I had to, man. Pay respect. And what were your thoughts on the movie?
I thought it was good. Obviously I'm a big Rocky fan, and I'm like I obviously there was a bunch of things I'm like, oh, it was too fast. Wish this would have happened. I wish this was here.
Yeah, I thought the whole movie was too fast.
I mean, but it was overall it was a good movie. It's a good standalone movie. So if you didn't actually see the Rocky films, like it's a good standalone movie. So it was good. It's just me being a picky Rocky fan.
Yeah, same here. I thought it was okay. I thought it was very predictable at the end.
No, the end was not predictable. I mean, him winning, yeah, but like what happened after, nah, like I did not see that
think
coming.
it was predictable? All right, if you haven't watched
Spoilers.
yeah,
Oh, key one.
fast
Shit.
forward. Take your
Spoiler
fucking-
alert. So
if you haven't watched it, I thought it was predictable to me, is the whole throwing in the towel thing, because it goes back to Rocky not throwing in the towel, right?
yeah, I mean, but
That's why his dad passed away.
I think
So I thought it was fitting.
this movie Creed 2 did a special a great job focusing on what happens when you're defeated.
okay.
And I think that's what I saw with Adonis, like just like Tyson. You isolate yourself from your family and friends, you become
Mhm.
depressed,
Entire
and
season.
you get into that mode where like you reevaluate what your purpose is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Adonis is, understanding that now he has a child he has to support, right? Same thing with Fury, right? And now it's not about, see, Tyson Fury is not a name anymore, dude. It's an idea. That's the thing with Tyson Fury from now on that I get with him, dude. And I think that's what I understand now with him moving forward. But I don't want to go into that, but that's what I get with watching Creed 2. Like the number of things that go into boxing when you're defeated. Nobody talks about that, right?
Yeah,
the lows,
the
right,
lows.
Joe?
Yeah, the lows.
The lows. That's what we
And
saw.
I recommend people to still watch it. I liked it, but
Yeah.
it was cool. It was cool. I think people like it more than I did, but
What
I still
was-
recommend that people watch it.
Do you have a favorite scene or two scenes?
Favorite scene, man. Shit.
The whole
There's
movie.
a lot of cool scenes to me.
I'll tell you
To
mine.
me, like the one that does stand out is
Let him talk.
the one that does stand out is when Drago father does throw in the towel. That to me, that
Oh, okay.
I did not. I know Gio said it was predictable, but to me, it wasn't. I thought like
Interesting.
for Drago to put his ego, his
Yeah.
his vendetta, his everything that's to put that aside for his son was like, whoa.
But I thought that was gonna happen as soon as I saw the lady leaving, and the guy,
Yeah.
and he was just like, "Dude, there's no reason to even continue now."
I just
but-
thought that the ref was gonna stop it or something. It's fitting that he was the one to get up and throw in the towel. To me, it was like,
No, but I'll tell you mine.
because I thought
bro.
Rocky could have stopped it, because I mean Adonis had his wrist broken too. Like
Hmm.
he could have stopped it too.
I'll tell you mine. My favorite was when Andre Ward got knocked out. Wheeler, yeah.
He
Nah,
was 3
but-
years past his prime.
Damn. He was looking chubby too. Nah, but I like the scene where he goes middle of nowhere, and he's training with these other guys who look like straight out of prison,
Mm-hmm.
and he goes in there and he puts his foot in the tire,
Yeah.
and he was like
Tire
a
season.
hardcore fucking Mexican cholo looking dude, and he couldn't
Yeah.
hang with them at first, and then eventually he was able to hang with them, you know.
Yeah.
But watch the movie if you haven't.
You know what was my favorite scene?
Okay, tell us.
When the Adonis entrance for the main event in his in the end, when the lights go off and you see that beam just going on, I'm
Mhm.
like, what is going on? And then out of nowhere you see the light on his wife,
Mm-hmm.
his girlfriend. For a moment I thought it was a hologram.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was a hologram, and then you could feel. I like the fact that she's right there, knowing that his man could probably die. You know what I mean? Just like that's what I loved about that scene. She's like, and the more said the movies, the song is called "I Will Go to War." Like
Mhm.
literally, dude, that's what it's all about. Going inside that ring, and I thought that scene was really special. Her carrying her man, like inside the ring, just singing for his man. But I love the movie, and I'll probably watch it again before
Yeah.
Christmas. So that's that, and damn, crazy enough that it's already December.
You.
Any takeaways do you have for the month of November? What did you learn in November, Chris?
Month of November, I realized that Mikey is one tough guy that wants to challenge his his own self, his greatness. I think that's crazy, man. And in the world of boxing, where like a bunch of boxers just want the money, you know, we talked about this with Sims Jr. They either want the money, you know, they want, you know, this just something else. He's really trying to push his legacy, and he's really challenging himself. He's not. He knows that he's gonna could go, and it's a good chance that it can, and he's really testing himself. So damn. Mikey's a tough guy, man.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I learned, that, you know, there are certain boxers right now that they're just going to take it, dude. They're going to take them spots, like Mikey, like you said, dude. Like, if people didn't give him that respect before, they're going to have to respect him now.
Mm-hmm.
And even just going back to Tyson, too. After 2 fights, he's fought a guy who's 40-0, 39 knockouts. You know, they're not playing around, dude. Like, I talk a lot about, I hated that first PBC era where a lot of guys were cherry picking, earning a lot of money for it, essentially. But now you can't do that anymore, dude. Like, guys they're going to take it, dude. Like, Mikey wants that top pound for pound spot, I'm sure. You know, Fury's back. Pacquiao's even back. You know, so this is when all the dust is going to clear and settle, and you're going to see who's who.
Yeah, to me, the biggest takeaway was November was the man that you don't even see at all, Al Heyman, finally showing his PBC cards to the whole world. Like, here's my first half with Fox, and I still have my other half with Showtime. And
he got to step it up that second half, because he's giving us the same shit over and over. Like, I don't think he's ever had a big fight in this whole PBC thing. He's probably had like 2 or 3 that I can count.
Here's one thing that I'll tell you about Al Heyman.
And that shit ain't going to fly anymore, I'll tell you. With guys like Mikey stepping up, Fury stepping up, that shit ain't going to fly anymore.
Here's why. Why do you think it's not going to fly?
Because the ratings are going to hurt, man.
Because he's been doing this shit since the beginning.
When you get a fight like Fury Wilder, and then you get like, you know, these red corner super, you can actually tell who's who. Like, fans are not going to want to tune in for these. So he needs to step it up.
All these cherry pickers that I talk about, you can't do that shit anymore.
Let me tell you why it's not going to fly by anymore. Because it's finally a mainstream, dude. Yeah. People can actually watch it in regular TV. They don't have to buy pay-per-view and be mad afterwards. You know, it's the difference between paying for something and then watching it for free. Because if you watch it free, you're gonna watch it over and over and over again every single month, right?
But that had already happened though.
And what?
PBC on Fox. Like I said, that shit can't fly anymore, dude. He's been doing this shit for 2 or 3 years.
The reason
there's guys like Mikey that are not gonna allow that shit to happen.
Hold up. The reason why it's not gonna fly by is because obviously it's gonna be a mainstream, right?
It's already been on mainstream.
No, just listen, Gio. Listen, dude. Because at the end of the day, dude, all he wanted to do, and I don't want to go more into detail with it, this was all business. Oh, just kill off your market and then create your own market. In this case, this is PBC 2.0, right? But in the beginning, there was going to be a lot of people talking, in this case, Gio, right? And everybody is going to be against Al Heyman, right? But obviously, if he's still existing, it's because he's actually doing something right. So at the end of the day, I'm still giving him credit. But one thing I will honor him, the fact that he still has pay-per-view. Because that's where we see a person's worth. In this case, Deontay Wilder. In this case, Tyson Fury. Not no subscription. Because subscription will inflate your value. In this case, that's what happened with Canelo. So when people look at what's your price, that's why. Anthony Sims Jr. was talking about here, like, don't sign whatever's on the contract. Sign whatever he's going to be like later on in the future. That's what it's all about. Canelo fucked up in that contract by doing that decision. That's what I take away. And that's what the PBC fighters have in their hands.
This guy will find any reason to talk about it. Next topic,
dude. So you're saying Canelo took the briefcase with $364 million,
the biggest contract in the world, and this guy. All right, next topic.
Does it make sense?
I get what you mean.
Because there's no ladder in pay-per-view. There's no ladder in pay-per-view.
I think, but that was more like a Canelo being like a little bit like selfless. I think he's like, I got money. Like, this is just
he's
like
next
get
topic,
other
dude.
ways.
Next topic. People will find anything negative to say. Just go on.
That's not negative.
Move on.
How is that negative, Jill? That's being real,
whatever.
dude. That's being real. I would literally.
People listening could be the judge.
Yeah, I think people. First of all, and to put it in
the
context,
reason you're still on this topic.
No. To put it in context, there's a baseball player that just signed.
I don't give a shit
For so many years, and he didn't think got the
Right,
same
next
value
topic.
as Canelo.
What'd you learn?
It's like anything I say. No, it's like anything I
You're
say.
still
something
on
about
it,
Canelo,
dude. Move
boom,
on.
You the one who brought it up.
All right. Anything
Next
else you
off.
guys learned in November?
Yeah, the same thing. Now I could tell my friends tune into ESPN, tune into Fox, tune into the Zone. You know, now every fight is gonna be more accessible now. So we've seen that with the schedule that Al Heyman took out. Shit fights, but it's still there. Still there.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting what happens. But the cool thing about November is that at least it gives us an idea of what's gonna happen in the year 2019.
So
right?
these PBC fights, are they also streamable or just cable?
I don't know about that,
What do
but
you
we do know is that this.
Can you see it on an app?
The Fox?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
In the PB. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the fact that the pay-per-view was able to be on the app, right?
Yeah, actually you can because they have a Fox Sports,
Oh, okay.
the Go app.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they'll have a channel 11 on there.
Yeah, that's my biggest takeaway. Al Heyman showing his calendar. Anything else you learned from November?
Oh, also back to the mainstream thing. This movie came out, Creed, so it was just like the mainstream month that all this shit
Mhm.
started happening.
Mainstream boxing.
Yeah.
So something else in November. Something else I learned, or kind of already knew, but like, man, impressed by Bellew. That guy, those British people, man, they got a big heart, without a doubt. And impressed with the Usyk skill, man. Damn, this guy's good. Damn Ukrainians, man.
It's so crazy, dude, because you want to say they came out of nowhere, but no, these guys were winning medals in the
Yeah.
Olympics. So
Yeah,
now
been
you're
working.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
seeing,
the fruits of their labor.
yeah. And like I said, there's guys who are just gonna start taking them spots. Like Usyk's one of them. You know, I'm pretty sure he's gonna move on to bigger, like literally bigger challenges, probably.
Mm-hmm.
But you're gonna see, dude, all these cherries that are trying to claim spots. Shit ain't gonna happen anymore, man.
Yeah. The thing is, I know what Chris is saying. It's like it's free. So it's, if something's free, you're gonna want to see it. But the thing is, there's so much competition. It's so accessible. Like if something doesn't,
spark your interest.
Yeah, it doesn't spark my interest. I'm just gonna be like, I got stuff.
People
to
are gonna
do.
move on.
Yeah.
They don't got time for that shit.
Yeah, like the Wilder Fury, that was must see.
And you're paying
Yeah.
for it.
And it's like I'll pay for it. but
That's
it's
what's
because
crazy.
That's the thing. It's like what they say. Like you'll invest in what you believe in.
Mm.
You know, it's gonna cost me, but you know, I believe in this. If it's a fight that you're just like, you're not too excited about, I'm just like, I don't care.
Yeah, but that's why it's going back to the same thing. Like, it's hard to keep spending money on boxing when you see the
Mhm.
same story over and over
Mhm.
with these fucking judges, dude. Like, you just saw the fight of the year, and then same thing that happens all the time, right? There's always a scorecard that's way off.
They always get us, man.
And that's why you need like 5, 6, fucking put 2 judges on each side, dude. Why not? You know what I'm saying? If one guy is off and trying to manipulate all the other scores, because one guy can do that. If it's 3 judges, one guy can
Mhm.
do that. If you have 5 judges, one scorecard may not even matter if the other 4 get it right.
Yeah, but it seems like 3 judges are in place on purpose for the dark side of boxing.
Yeah, that's never going anywhere.
Easier to manipulate.
They gotta throw that into a Creed movie, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, next Creed 3, he's
The
gonna have to lose to
The Swiss offshore
decision.
accounts.
Yeah.
Road checking a deposit, whatever his name is.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah, that was in November to remember. It was good.
no, don't
And
even
December is gonna.
Nah, don't say that. November to remember. Nobody has ever said that, dude.
Wasn't that the title?
December to remember, dude. When I was in the train,
He introduced that as November to remember.
it says November.
I know I did.
when he introduced
Oh,
it.
you said
Just because
that?
November is like the Thursday
dude.
of the week, you know?
But December is gonna be the one really to remember.
Yeah,
we
December.
still have
December is a
Lomachenko.
Friday, Saturday party.
Yeah.
Vasi
you got some
Lomachenko on
Big
ESPN.
fights. Big
Canelo
fighters.
on
Dude, when I was in
December 15. All-Star Boxing Show December 22. We'll link all that stuff. All this stuff.
Hey, but you
down
can't
below.
you can't have a weekend without a Thursday. Kick things off.
That's why
Against the ropes every Thursday.
that's why that if you look at that post, this one, the Tyson Fury,
Mm-hmm.
the Canelo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, I
big,
did
man.
all of that when I was in train, and I said December to remember. Nah, Joe, that's not no November to remember. But Yeah, this is gonna be a special month, dude.
Getting
Hey, man, I'm doing the intro next time.
We're getting a gift every week in December.
Yeah, we're getting the gift week, and we have to work on.
We gotta work for one of them. That's cool.
on December 22.
I think Christian still wants to talk about Mayweather and shit.
Nah.
Nah, we're gonna no. I don't
That's
know.
He was there at the fight, and he actually had Fury winning
Dude.
all first 5 rounds. So
Yeah.
Dude, Mayweather, man, he brought chaos, dude. And when he came in, like everybody just,
Oh really? Everybody
it was
won.
crazy. And then Shaq came, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it was just crazy.
Shaq versus.
Hey, okay, so you got any random news? I got something to show you. It's pretty sweet.
Random news. Nah, I think we already covered the
yeah, but
the Donna Stevenson.
I
Yeah,
think we covered everything that I wanted to talk about.
So I met Jaime Munguia, and
That's your guy, Mungai.
Yeah, that's my
My
guy.
guy.
Disrespectful.
I'm in my guy.
Man, 2 weeks ago, I wanted to talk about it last week, but then we had Anthony Simmons, and now it's all good. Man,
Anthony Sims, dude.
Anthony
Get that shit
Sims.
right.
Yeah,
No
man,
respect.
stop disrespecting the
Antonio
names.
Simon Jr.
I'm just moving way too forward. I'm moving way
Did
too
you say it
forward.
was Anthony Simmons on your phone?
No, no.
Hopefully you did.
Maybe I'm just thinking about the Real Madrid jersey back then. But the thing is, dude, what do you think about this logo?
It's cute.
It's like
Looks like a
sounds like
mask.
sounds like something from Thor or something. What is that?
That's his logo.
It's badass.
Whose?
J and an M. Jaime Munguia.
Oh, okay, I see it.
That is
Yeah.
pretty sick.
You see it?
I see it.
Yeah, props to whoever did this. They need to get a raise, dude.
I
Pretty
see a
dope.
lot of logos like that though.
This
Yeah.
this looks like better than Canelo's logo. That's what I would tell you for sure.
Telling
I
you.
couldn't
come on,
tell me.
man.
I mean, you couldn't tell it was a J and an M until you said it, but
Yeah, it's a J and M. It's like that,
You
like
see
an
the M?
Aztec, dude. Like you know, like the bird.
yeah, it looks cool.
It's pretty sweet. I saw this. I feel like, and I was talking to him in English. And hey man, I like your new logo. He's just all looking at me like, I don't speak English.
The Cavalas.
Yeah, speaking of him, he's actually gonna fight on January 26th. And speaking of him, he actually signed an extension with Golden Boy Promotions.
You know how long?
I don't know, but it's gonna be for a while though. For a while, so he's gonna be good with his stable. So that's the only thing I got for random news. But the epilogue is gonna start for Saturday for Wilder versus Fury. So that's gonna be a long epilogue, dude.
Yeah, I totally forgot that they do those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just
So
saw it
fitting.
this Saturday. So this Saturday you got the epilogue, HBO, Lomachenko, Kell Brooks, The Zone weekend at 2 p.m.
He's fighting on the
Wow.
zone.
You know you still be watching, Joe.
Depends what time.
It's gonna be like at 2 p.m.
He's gonna see his phone. Like
Okay.
he's all like, oh, there's a bed there. There's my phone
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Let's
Might
do
as
it.
well watch. Put that shit in the background.
He's
Kill
gonna
Brooke
light,
legit.
he's gonna light the candles.
Hey man, you know, and when we were trying to do these giveaways, we were basically trying to hit a subscription number.
Yeah.
You know, that was basically the end game. But man, the past 2 weeks, man, it's been like rising and rising. And at the end of the day, I think it just comes down to like, you know, we don't know how much work Gio puts into this.
Oh yeah, it puts
Right.
a lot of work.
You know, and
It's fun though.
and
It's
know
not work.
it's fun. I know.
It's fun, dude.
It's fun. It's fun. And like my ass is almost gonna get jump at the train on Saturday, dude,
Mm-hmm.
at 1 a.m.
No, I believe you, bro.
And I'm like,
Do it for the show.
And at the fight, right?
yeah, and at the fight, and I'm on like posting like stuff, this and that. And I'm like, man,
He was me for a weekend, dude. Because he's
Yeah.
like, dude, I was posting stuff at 4 a.m.,
yeah,
5 a.m.
yeah, it was
He's
3
like,
a.m. I'm like, no, I gotta do this right now
He's like,
Yeah,
I feel how
because
Gio
the
feels.
English fans need to.
Yeah.
They're gonna wake up. They're gonna see this right away. You know.
They need their cup of coffee. Yeah.
You know, and at the end of the day, you know, like, yeah.
Oh, come on.
You
Where-
fucking wanker.
Yeah, where I'm going with
Dasta.
where I'm going with this is the fact that we were trying to do the giveaways for a subscription number, right?
Mhm.
Obviously, the first one plateau is 100,
100.
right? So thankfully, we already hit that. But at the end of the day, we're not even gonna probably even do that. It's just go
Yes.
as it go, go
Mhm.
as it go, flow as it flow. So next Thursday,
Mm-hmm.
just what do you want to do? Just have them subscribe and then just send us a shout out in our
Send us a shout
Gmail.
out.
What's the Gmail account?
It's against.
DA.
DA at Gmail.
And then what's the podcast on the YouTube?
It's against
The
the
Ropes
ropes.
Podcast.
THE.
Yep.
Mhm.
So on
It's the Ropes
YouTube,
podcast on YouTube.
subscribe to Against the Ropes podcast. It'll be a black and gray logo of Muhammad Ali on the ropes. And then check us out on our Instagram at Against DA Ropes. And just hit us up on our Gmail, Against DA Ropes at
Mhm.
gmail.com. Let us know that you're subscribed. and we're gonna be giving away the Creed 2 poster and also a Creed shirt with Adonis in the like a 1990 like old school T-shirt.
Old school
It's pretty
t-shirt.
sweet.
Looks pretty cool.
Size medium, so it should be for anybody. Anything else you want to add?
No, man, we got treated to a great heavyweight fight. It's probably like right there with Joshua and Klitschko's like maybe the two best heavyweight fights in the last decade, and we got treated to those in the last 3 years.
Well, I was gonna
Consecutive.
ask, which one did you enjoy more, the
Man,
Vitaly Klitschko against Joshua or Wilder against Fury?
I want to say maybe I enjoyed this one more just because we followed both their stories.
Yeah.
You know, we
That's true.
You know, saw the All Access. We saw the YouTube videos. We knew what Fury went through, all that bullshit. You know,
I'm just gonna do a judge. I'm gonna call it a draw.
wow.
Yeah,
I mean,
the
they're
other
both
one had way more action.
Yeah, the other one was at least
knockdowns.
Yeah, the other one was exciting for sure as well. But man,
I was excited after watching it like way after, dude.
I guess you could start wearing a draw shirt then. Like.
It's on the
Yeah.
zone too, right? No draw, dude.
No draw.
Yeah, no draw.
It's
No
on the
draw.
zone too, right? You can watch the
The Klitschko
Joshua.
Joshua?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
Yeah,
actually
dude.
watching it in the train.
Oh damn.
Yeah, that's
Damn.
Pull it
No,
up
they were
the
both
app.
exciting.
that's one of my most memorable fights.
Yeah, I thought Klitschko's head was gonna come off when he had that uppercut. Joshua, like,
I was actually
Yeah.
rooting for Klitschko.
Man,
I was
too.
ready for Klitschko
mad.
too.
that
Yeah.
was such a beautiful moment for Klitschko, because like he got uppercut, and he was still able to find balance to go like this.
That was his
Yeah.
Fury
Shake,
moment.
you know, like just, you know. But down
Yeah.
goes Klitschko.
Yeah, but also, I want to. December 22nd, we're gonna be at Commerce Casino calling the fights for AtR Boxing. We'll see what familiar faces we see there. Should be fun. They're gonna broadcast it live on Facebook. We're gonna link all that stuff up too. And want to shout out Xicana Boxing. She stopped
Yep.
by earlier. She said what's up. Couldn't make it to a show, but shout out Xicana Boxing. Xicana with an X. XicanaBoxing.com. Xicana Boxing on Instagram.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I actually watched the last show of Beat the Count. It was
How
pretty
was it?
good. They were
Yeah.
talking about the fight.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
so shout out to them. You guys should check it out. Do you want to shout out the other people?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Our rivals. Our rivals.
Our rivals.
Yeah, shout out to the Wolfpack Roundtable, man. Keep listening. Thank you guys.
Get your subscribers up.
No, they got
We'll edit that
interesting
part out.
topics. They
Yeah.
got interesting topics.
Yeah,
I
they're
mean,
starting to, you saw my comment on YouTube.
Yeah.
They started talking about the Liverpool game and about the Wilder Fury fight. So I was like, okay, this is new. I was like, all right, cool.
This is refreshing.
Yeah, it was funny because Liverpool had just beat Everton like in the 93rd minute,
Mhm.
and they started filming, I guess, right after that happened. So they were hyped about it. It's pretty cool. Shout out to all Liverpool fans. Never walk alone.
I don't think you would have probably said this had it been a Liverpool game.
What?
I don't think you would have probably been talking about this had it not been a Liverpool game, right?
Of course not. They mentioned another team too, but I'm not gonna mention that team because I don't like them. But yeah, man, shout out to all the British fans. Shout out to Anthony Sims Jr. If you didn't catch that interview last week, that was some powerful stuff. That was some good stuff. Check it out. No, for real, it was really
Yeah,
good.
actually,
Yeah.
And I recommend you guys just type in his name on YouTube. You'll find some good stuff,
Yeah.
whether it's a good knockout or a good interview.
Mhm.
You know.
You'll see some stuff from a couple years back, which is
yeah,
really
actually,
cool stuff, man.
just had someone listen to the podcast from last
Respect.
episode, and like, yeah, she was telling me that she started crying.
Oh man.
How can you not?
It's just
Yeah, it was funny because right after it, I was like, dude, this is our best show ever. I don't care
Yeah.
like who we have after. Like, I'm probably gonna look back at this like 5 years and be like,
Mhm.
that's still our greatest show ever, dude.
Yeah.
It was really good.
It's not even that. Honestly, like, to me, if that's the last time I have interaction with Anthony Sims,
Yeah, you've heard enough, you saw enough. Like,
that's it.
yeah, and shout out to our boy Hernan too. You're gonna see
Yeah.
some exciting visuals. But yeah, he came out Buffalo Wild Wings with us after the show, and I was telling him like, dude, you're gonna be proud of us for this show that we just did. You know, it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was a beautiful day, and yeah. So thank you for showing up and coming up and showing your love and sending your voice.
Yeah, it was a good life lesson.
Anything you want to close out, Chris?
No, I mean it's just been a really exciting last couple months for us, and
Yeah.
we never, if you told us a year ago that we'd be doing this, we'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of those things, and I was actually talking about it with Gut too,
Mhm.
Carlos. because had been wanting to do a podcast for a while too. But it's kind of like one of those things that you're just kind of like, I'll get to it when I get to it, you know. And then for us, like everything just kind of lined up, and
I think that's what I want to talk about with you guys right now. We haven't even had this conversation outside the podcast at all. Might as well put us in the spot right now. What I'm gonna say.
Don't say too much, because I want to save some stuff for like our last episode of the year,
which is next week.
Yeah. Try not to tear up.
No. But I'm just saying. I'm just gonna say this to anybody that's listening to us. We all came from high school and at the same school, and if you tell us if we all knew each other like close, nope, we didn't.
No.
We were all three different men, and even like last year, like we just like barely played like indoor every now and then.
Yeah, we've had our times where we'll kick it a lot, and then we'll go. It'll be just we'll go missing for a while.
Only for indoor soccer.
Yeah.
Only for indoor soccer. So if anybody that's listening to us like, damn, these guys have chemistry.
Or a couple fights.
Or anything like that.
Yeah, we've been to. I remember going to your place. Remember like fucking 3 years ago, 4 years ago, watching some
Triple
old
G
fights, Sergio Martinez fights, and we saw Lomachenko's very first fight at your place against Orlando Salido. Yeah, and then we watched some fights at your place.
That was the second fight.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it's all pure boxing related. That's the only time we hang out.
We would hang out,
Yeah, and you guys know me.
Even when we played soccer, remember?
Yeah.
After we finished playing, when the lights go off and you're just at the park chilling like an hour after. We'll be talking about boxing.
That's it. And then it started to develop in the group text messages.
Yeah.
Like sometimes like that was my only outlet. You know what? These guys can hear my voice. I'm just going to go off right now on Agent Boner. I'm just going to go off.
And we read your paragraphs, dude.
Yeah,
Don't think we didn't.
Go like, I go off, dude, because that's the only way I'm able to like release that energy. So it's been nice like doing this because
now we have this great platform.
Yeah. It's been fun. It's been cool because even like this is the only time I have time to hang out. I don't hang out with anybody, dude. The only time I have time to hang out is at the gym. That's it. After work, gym, that's it. And I told you guys the only time to hang out is Thursdays from 7 to 10, and that's it.
Yeah. And it's been, I'm gonna say this myself, it's been awesome having you Chris come on and join the commentating table.
Yeah.
Because me and Joe, we have like a thing, but like you bring another angle, which is awesome, man. Like
serious guy.
We shout out to Sharpie too. He did great when that one time he went. But he's not an avid boxing fan like you are, so it's different.
Didn't Javi go once too?
Yeah, Javi did. Yeah, he's like right there with.
And
Sharpie.
we had a couple guys who didn't want to hop on the mic. They're like, "No, I'm too shy."
Sergio,
fuck that guy. I'm gonna just keep it building off from the Wolfpack roundtable.
Yeah, but it's
fuck that guy.
It's a good chemistry we have, and I'm excited for the December 22nd.
And the rocket till we all fall off, man. Yeah, December 22nd, we'll be back at it.
And get ready, fans. It's casual season next week.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Casual season.
Hashtag casual comments.
Oh my goodness.
All right, close it out, Chris. Are you want something?
Go ahead, dude. No, I was just gonna say, tune in, dude. We're gonna keep doing this every Thursday, no matter what. Even if it's Christmas, New Year's, it don't matter. We did it Thanksgiving. We'll do it any other day too.
Yeah. So if you guys are tuning in, anything you guys want us to discuss, drop your comments. We'll be more we'll be more than willing to discuss anything.
Yeah, you could talk shit about us too.
Yeah.
Like, look at that guy with the green fucking jacket, or look at that guy with the tie.
The guy with the tie.
Yeah, dude.
I don't think nobody could say about me right now just because I'm having this down.
I love that, mate.
Yeah. Bomb Squad.
Why don't you guys have that? The Tyson Fury towel.
And the thing about us is like we'll have our favorite fighters or whatever, but we're still gonna call it how it is.
Dude. Yeah.
If we have a fighter that we thought lost, we're gonna say he lost.
Yeah.
Example, Triple G. Like I personally love Triple G, but I thought he lost to Canelo. I'm gonna call him out.
Right.
That's not what you said when that happened.
Chris saw the draw. He has the same affinity for Triple G, but he saw the drawing. He's just gonna call it how it is. Like
he saw it with his Triple G glasses on, dude.
I have my Triple G glasses.
No, but even when we talk about Lomachenko, like he's a beast. He's our number one pound for pound. But that's why I said, like, don't be so quick to throw away that upset, dude.
That's
Anything
true.
can happen.
True.
It's boxing.
All right, so make sure you subscribe to Against the Ropes podcast on YouTube and follow us on Instagram and Against DA Ropes, and then send us a shout out on our Gmail against daropes@gmail.com, and that way we could give that giveaway to somebody next week.
Awesome. Thank you guys for joining us. December is gonna be a great month to end the year. We can't wait for these fights. December 22nd. You know, join
Commerce
us
Casino.
at
We're
Commerce
gonna be
Casino.
live. And thank you for listening.
You.
Against the Ropes, #1.
There's only one Tyson.
Only one Tyson.
Bomb Squad.
It's the
Against the ropes, #1.
Freddie Roach.
Thank you very much.